Gets you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Well, Hazy, big news yesterday. Banana Boogie Bakery in Belair named home of Australia's best sausage roll. And joining us on the line is the owner / sausage roll guru, Jason from Banana Boogie. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Okay, it's just straight off the bat, the secret ingredient to your sausage roll. I know you wouldn't reveal it yesterday, but I just have a good vibe that you might share it with us.
No, I'm not going to let it out. I will say that it did eventuate from somebody making an absolute stuff up a couple of years ago.
Really?
And, they put the wrong ingredient in, and when we ate them, we're like, wow, this is really good. So
Whoa.
that's how it has happened. But, yeah, we can't let that cat out of the bag.
This, Jason, I don't know if you grew up with The Simpsons, but this feels like a bit of a Simpsons moment with a flaming Moe's and the secret ingredient is cough syrup or something like that, where it's not supposed to be.
Exactly the same. It is exactly the same. We're dancing around on the roof as well.
Hey, mate, congratulations. But this isn't your first time, 2 times. So,
Back to back.
You're onto a winning thing.
Yeah, we're going to go for the 3-peat next year, hopefully. But getting back to back was amazing. Like winning it last year was cool and it was exciting. Last year we won it pretty much everything in the baking competition scene. But yeah, to get this back to back was pretty crazy.
Jace, can I ask you, I don't know if you're aware, but I used to work in a bakery when I was 16 at Rabina, 6 till 9 on a Saturday morning, took myself home $55. I couldn't stomach the food by the end of it. They used to give us bee stings and things to take home, but I just couldn't even do it. Do you sample a lot of your own products?
No, yeah, sometimes when we're creating something new or something different, we'll get stuck into it. But when you're eating the same stuff that you've been making for years, it does get monotonous.
Yeah.
But you do have to make sure that the quality is still there. So you do have to still make sure you eat it.
I love that when Jace would be invited to a barbecue, everyone would be like hands in the air. Well, Jace is bringing all the food.
Yeah. But obviously the mince is very, very incredibly important, but the pastry as well. In terms of just how important that is to top it off and take it to that next level, What are we talking?
We're talking lots of fat, lots of glorious butter. It just makes that pastry melt in your mouth. So they're not exactly the healthiest thing to eat, but yeah, that's what makes them super special. Our pastry is just melt in your mouth.
Certainly not what my ass wanted to hear at this point, Jason. You kind of delude yourself, don't you? It's just a bit of pastry, a bit of meat. Oh, it'll be fine. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We did mention the coverage yesterday. We were chatting, one of your colleagues at Channel 7.
Big Haydos.
Big Haydos. Did what we'd like to call a piece to camera, Jace, where you look down the barrel and you say what you need to say. In this case, he inhaled half a sausage roll in one gulp. And it's probably one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen on television. What was it like in real life?
Oh yeah, it was pretty intense. He looked like he knew. He looked like he knew what he was doing. Maybe he has inhaled maybe a couple of sausage rolls in his time like that. But
You just get the feeling that Big Haydos has consumed 1 or 2 sausage rolls. What about this though as well, Jason? Sauce on a sausage roll like this, or does that sort of ruin it? Is this like when people say the really, really good coffee shouldn't put sugar in it? Is this the same sort of situation?
Same sort of thing. It's fine without it, but if you like that extra moisture, go for the sauce.
Jason, I'm always curious with pastries and tradies. Like, do you just have tradies coming in early in the morning? And I'm talking how early, and what quantity of sausage rolls / pies are they consuming for breakfast?
They normally hold off for their bread. They'll come in and get their coffee and their croissant in the morning, but lunchtime, the tradies just flock. They just come from everywhere. They know what's up. They know where the hot stuff is and where it's not hot, and they're just all out the front there, and you just see them. They chuck the sausage roll in their mouth. They look at each other like, "Wow, this is great."
Just with mutual respect.
It's just a nod. It's just a mutual nod. Banana Boogie Bakery in Belair, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jason. $5.20 for a sausage roll. That's a normal price.
Yeah, that's normal price. We didn't, we don't win these things to jack the price up. We want everyone to make sure that they can afford and come and enjoy a sausage roll.
And I'm sure that you want to give a little shout out to your wife, Kelly, who also gets up at 1 a.m. in the morning to assist with the business.
No, she sleeps through to at least 5 o'clock.
Lazy.
No, she does put in the hard work, and she, we do work really well together. You know, we're married. You know, we work together every day, so puts a bit of strain on it. But no, we love what we do, and yeah.
What's the latest you can possibly stay up to? If you're getting up at sort of midnight-ish, like what's an absolute bender for you? 9 p.m?
Bender? Well, no. Yeah, no, probably about 7:30. That's tops.
You go to bed straight after Bluey, just like my kids.
4 o'clock is amazing if I can get to bed by then.
Oh, God. And also, I just love the fact that you and Kel on a Friday night for a romantic dinner are just whacking a couple of candles in sausage rolls and just candlelight dinner. Beautiful stuff.
Yep.
Hey, Jace,
like Lady in the Tramp, where we put like one end of the sausage roll in our mouth.
Yes. You got to be careful though. Big Hayden Nelson, he's lurking.
Big Hayden will come from nowhere. You won't even see him coming. Oh, Jace, thank you so much for the chat this morning. Congratulations. This really is a remarkable achievement. And, happy sausage roll eating.
Thank you.
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
New in the news today.
Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
Everything that you need to know to get your day started. And let's start with the doyen of news in the newsroom as she wipes her eyes because she hasn't had a coffee yet. Abby,
Yes,
good
yes.
morning.
Oh.
My side of my eyes itchy.
No one cares.
Okay.
Get on with it.
Let's talk hospitality this morning. Really sad news. So Abbott's and Kinney, which is in Croydon, they are shutting up their shop at Croydon. They're still going to be open and they are opening a new store in the northeast, but essentially it's another hospitality venue that's shutting up shop due to cost of living and just the fact that running a business is very expensive in this day and age. Insurances, food, all of the things. There is rumours that another western suburbs coffee shop will go into their space, which is exciting. A little rumour there, but sad news. We had Hey Bianca. They were like a little pizza, sort of fan favourite pizza place. They shut up shop quietly over the weekend. So not good news for our hospitality venues. Everyone's struggling, I think, and everyone's struggling to go and spend money out because of cost of living.
Is anyone actually opening up a business at the moment?
Well, that's the interesting thing is that there's still places opening. Like we've got the Ballers Clubhouse at Pulteney Street. I went and checked that out the other week. That's opening. They're putting $3 million into it. So there are places still opening even though we're in these pretty tough times.
See, I look at it like this, and I live in West Croydon, so that's on Queen Street that you're talking about.
Do you think that makes you straight because you live in West Croydon?
Yeah, for some reason I do.
Yeah, okay.
But Willowbend, which is on Queen Street, it goes bananas. So I still feel like we talk about hospitality and feel like it's not dying as a whole because there's still places that absolutely smash it depending on quality and service and all those types of things. So I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like there are places that are doing very, very well.
Exactly. There are places doing very well. And I think it just depends. So, for example, my parents owned a coffee shop for 20 years. They were in a shopping centre, though. So it gets to the point where every 3 years they had to do renovations. They had, rent continuously went up, that sort of thing. But if we had that coffee shop now and we had social media, it'd be booming. So it just depends. It also, obviously, it comes down to service. And how much we can, if you can get a coffee every now and then for a little bit cheaper, that also, you're going to go there, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, let's move on to the tennis and Wimbledon, which we haven't spoken too much about. Wimbledon, we were saying, used to be the tennis tournament that everyone would tune into, but it's kind of, I don't know, gets overshadowed by US Open and French.
Yeah, I think tennis at the moment, no Rafa and no Roger, that was such an end of an era. And right now, Novak Djokovic, we should be sitting here celebrating this man, but unfortunately, there's controversy.
No, so he played his quarterfinal match against a guy called Holger Rune, and all throughout the match the crowd were chanting, they were clearly in Rune's corner, Rune, Rune, and Novak at the end of the match, after he completely destroyed him, cut up rough at the audience and had a crack at them and called them disrespectful, and then had an interview and cut that very, very, very short. Have a listen.
I'm hoping that they were just commenting on Runa and that they weren't disrespecting you.
They were. I don't accept it. No. I know they were cheering for Rune, but that's an excuse to also boo.
Yes. Novak has also seen that Simpsons episode.
ask me this? Are they booing me?
No, they're saying Boo Earns. Boo Earns.
Ruin Novak. And he said, good night.
He did. At the end of the interview, he said to all those people that have chosen to disrespect the player, in this case me, have a good night. Have a good night. Have a very good night.
Good on him.
Oh, as you were saying, he gives 0 Fs now. Yeah. He is that good. He is that wealthy. His legacy is such that he just doesn't give a rat's.
I feel like he's got to the stage where, for a long time, he cared what people thought. And he was very, very careful about his PR. Surely now he goes, you know what? If you don't like me...
I don't care.
Go away.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Exactly right.
And it's probably going to fire him up as well. It's not the best way to go about dealing with Novak Djokovic because he's probably definitely going to win now.
Yeah, exactly right. He'll win the whole thing.
So you didn't win last night, and that was the Crows. Isaac Rankin's 4-game ban upheld at the tribunal.
Yep.
Which, look, I understand because it's a head-high contact issue and they're clamping down on that because the AFL doesn't want to be sued in future years, etc.
Yeah.
That's controversial.
Ooh, isn't it?
No, they're trying to protect the players, of course.
Yes.
AFL at the moment, geez.
Hot mess?
Oh, the umpiring's an absolute mess. And Isaac Heaney not getting off from that little strike last night on Jimmy Webster, where he sort of fended off. I'll give you one quick example. Brandon Zirk-Thatcher, in the same sort of movement, rightfully got cleared, even though he concussed Aaron Norton. Pretty much the same thing on Isaac Heaney, and he gets a game suspension, and now he won't win a Brownlow medal, potentially. Come on, AFL.
Here's something controversial. I think umpire's a little bit Melbourne-centric.
Umpires? What do you think, Emily, the Crows supporter, who's a genuine Crows
As a Crows supporter, I say yes. No question. But don't get me started because, once again, this is not SEN and we don't have 3 hours to talk about
it's a good solid point.
I'm just sad as a footy fan we're not going to see Isaac Rankin for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, I think everyone is.
Yeah.
What a loss.
I'd be very sad if I was a Sydney fan and Isaac Heaney is now ineligible for the Brownlow.
Yes, so true.
Oh, there you go. That is your post-snooze news.
Well, Hazy, our next guest is the hottest thing in the country in netball right now. She giggles, but it's true. And I just want to bring her in just to make her feel at home with her pump-up song. Are you ready for this?
Oh, bang! Well, it takes the first play on Nova as well.
Shamira Sterling, welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, we've been trying to get you in here forever and a day.
Hey, Shamira, straight away, Destra Garcia, is it? What's this song?
She's a soca queen, so she's from Trinidad. So actually not Jamaican, she's Trinidadian. So she sings a lot of carnival songs, which gets the Jamaicans pumped up. So that's my favourite.
How beauty.
So talk us through it before a game. You've just got your big headphones on and you're listening to that to get you in the mood.
Yeah, normally when I'm driving to games or training, that has to be one of my songs on my playlist. And I feel good when I listen to Garcia anytime I'm going to games, especially.
I mentioned that you're the hottest thing in netball right now and you had a bit of a giggle. I say that with my hand in my heart. Like, you are no doubt the best defender in Australia, playing in the Super League and playing across the world at the minute. Are you aware of your own form?
I am aware of my own form, of course. It's been a good couple of years for me, and I've been really consistent, so I'm very happy with that.
And you're surrounded by a couple of other guns as well, so that defensive line is just incredible, isn't it? It's doing its job more than...
Yeah, they don't call the best defensive unit in the league for no reason.
Yeah. Hey, Shamira, I'm always fascinated by the mindset of athletes, and in particular elite athletes like yourself. Do you go into every contest and you go up against any opponent and go, I'm probably going to beat you today?
Well, whenever I'm going up against a contest, like, I pick and choose and know when my job is going to definitely be hard for me, especially, overall for my defensive unit. But I think every SSN game, you just don't know what you'll get from those teams, so you always have to bring your best.
What does the off-season look like for you? You go home, what does that all look like?
So at the end of the season, I head back home to go back to uni. So I'm studying literacy studies and language education, chilling with family and my husband. And yeah, it's been really good for the off season.
You married AJ less than a year ago, I want to say.
I did,
Talk us through that day and what's married life been like for you.
Yeah, we've been together for 9 years and just got married on December 9th. Marriage is good for me at the moment.
A little asterisk.
Yeah, at the moment. We don't say at the moment.
Yeah.
Always going to be good. You've been here a few years now. Adelaide, when you speak to friends and family at home, how do you describe Adelaide?
At first, when I just came to Adelaide, before I came to Adelaide, persons were telling me, don't go to Adelaide, it's very boring and all of that. When I got here, it was very boring, but as the year progressed, I realized that it's a calm city. Everywhere is 20 minutes away, and I just got used to it. And then, like, looking back, I'm saying to myself, oh, I don't want to live in Sydney or Melbourne, because, like, when we fly to Sydney or Melbourne, the traffic, and then I don't want to be getting up an hour before just to get to train work.
Sometimes boring is better.
Yeah.
Shamira, you guys work so hard and you deserve good results again this year. I just sort of feel like, Shamira, you'd be very, very good at celebrating at the appropriate time. What were the grand final celebrations like last year? You would have surely been at front and centre.
Oh my God, I remember when we won the grand final, and being here after like 4 years, and then on a fifth year we've won the championship is like, I could not believe it. And till today, I still can't believe that we've won the actual championship, and it's good to see how good my team is performing. Now I want to go back to back, but we'll focus on what's on for next week and then leading into the finals.
Are you pink forever? Because there's got to be teams out there that are going, we have to get our hands on Shamira, and probably throwing all sorts of money and opportunities at you.
I'm pink forever and I bleed pink forever.
Yes! That's what we want to hear. Shamira Sterling, thank you so much for coming in. We're really grateful. You've got some passes to give away.
Yeah, thanks for your generosity, Shamira.
Yeah.
Bringing a whole heap of passes to give away. It's very nice. Give us a call right now, 13 24 10, to score a double pass the Adelaide Thunderbirds v Sunshine Coast Lightning this Sunday, 14th of July at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Tickets from adelaidethunderbirds.com.au. Shamira, thank you so much for dropping by. Should we exit with a bit of, is it Destra Garcia? Did I say that right?
Yes.
Well done, well done, Hazy.
Oh, feast your ears on a bit of Lucy. And picture Shamira getting in the zone. Getting ready.
Veterinarian emergency in the Oddie household yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I got home from work and Sid, the beautiful toy cavoodle, what a little just gorgeous ball of fluff she is.
Yes, and it would never happen, but we've discussed this before, maybe off air, but you just wonder if push came to shove, how far you could throw Sid. Do you know what I mean? Pending on a safe landing.
No.
She's very, very throwable.
You would be shocked to hear that it's never occurred to me to hoy my dog.
No.
Never.
Keep those thoughts inside, is that what you're saying?
Uh-huh.
Okay, sorry.
Perhaps. So I get home yesterday and it started off with a couple of little frothy vomits on the carpet. Enough to make you mad just because it's a new rug. So I was feeling a bit on edge and I was like, oh, Sid, get outside. In that really attractive voice.
Yeah.
And so after about the fourth vomit on the carpet, I was like, well, maybe we've got an issue here. And then it got to the point where poor little Sid was vomiting up blood.
Oh, my
so
gosh.
I was like, I was ringing Greg, and because at school holidays had all the kids at home, I was like, packed up the whole entire Oddie family into the car and the dog, took her straight to the vet.
Yeah.
The vet has a look and said, oh, has she had anything unusual, like rat poison or has eaten anything unusual? I'm like, no. Oh, I can't think of anything. Oh, hold up. There was a moment on the weekend when I was cleaning out the house and I found an old Freddo frog. And I
They hate chocolate.
Sid loves chocolate.
They love it, but chocolate doesn't like them.
No, chocolate did not like Sid's insides. So it got to the point, obviously, where she was really, really ill. So we're at the vet. Sid's quivering on the table, not quite sure what to do. The girls are in tears because they're like, poor little Sid. Da, da, da. But things took a turn, Andrew Hayes. And do you know when they took a turn? When little Sid had a rectal exam.
Are you saying, see, I would expect if I was a dog, if I had a rectal exam, this is the reaction you get out of me? Are you saying instead you got this from Sid? Calmly purring away.
I don't know whether to be pleased about it or disturbed, but the switch on Sid's face when the thermometer went whoop was like, ooh.
Just like good on you, Sid. It's really making the most of what is a dire situation.
Yeah, and all of a sudden Barry White started playing. The Oddie kids were holding hands and everyone was swaying. It was beautiful. beautiful to watch.
Really?
Sid's fine.
So she...
Sid's actually more than fun.
Pardon the pun, took it very, very well.
As well as can be expected.
So she's okay, though?
She's fine. She had an anti-nausea injection, and then after her little examination, she was positively bouncing around the house in the afternoon.
And went straight home?
Yep.
What about as well when you went home and Sid's on the couch and you're like, what are you looking at on your phone? And she's just swiping through photos of the vet. Smashing like on all these photos.
It was a sheep, but anyway.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
Yes, this is where we really drill down on those weird and wonderful things that happen in everyday life. For example, what the fork happened to all the forks in the Nova office. And I'm sure this is not the only place that it happens. And I went to get a fork yesterday. Guess what? Nothing. And I meant to bring it up with newsreader Abby, who is a notorious fork thief. I would like to defend myself, but also there is one in my office.
And also, to extend on that, are there any at home?
I think there's two. And my mum has OCD, so everything matches, and we have to stack the plates like one colour, because she's a psycho. Love you, Mum. And I think there's two that are not matching at home.
Yeah, but my question to you is, how was I supposed to eat my frittata yesterday?
Well, you should have gone, let's go and look in Abby's office. There's probably one in there.
Gross. That is gross.
I know,
I
it's
shouldn't have to
disgusting.
go into your office and seek out a fork and then have to clean it.
Yeah.
And sterilise it under the
Why don't you just
water.
bring your own fork?
Well, it's a good point.
Yeah.
You just hope that we're not at that stage.
I know. You
what
just
I mean?
hope that
I think we are.
your workmates weren't that selfish.
Yeah.
Anyway, what
All
the
right.
fork this week?
What the fork this week is the fashion do's and do nots. Now, I saw something online about a debate about whether you can wear Ugg boots in public or not.
Okay.
And whether that is an absolute fashion
Faux pas.
faux pas.
Fashion faux
Do
pas.
you know what? I would have said originally, years and years ago, I would have said that's an absolute fashion faux pas. But now I feel like I'm at the stage of my life where, good luck to you if you're super comfortable, particularly right in the guts of winter. Is it fashionable? I don't think it is. But if you're comfortable, good for you, and you're comfortable in your own skin.
First-rate experience with this when we went on our little quick getaway to the Gold Coast the other day, and my 12-year-old said, "Mum, can I wear Ugg boots on the plane?"
Oh, no.
And given that we were hoping to bust into the Virgin Lounge beforehand, I said, absolutely not. Go and put some real shoes on, please.
So you're against Ugg boots?
Yep.
Okay. Can I just bring up some information which I know that you don't know that I know? Is it true, and it is true, by the way, is it true that you used to wear Ugg boots and denim skirts on a night out and you were spotted at places like Marble Bar wearing that ensemble, dancing along to tunes like this? Because that's quite a picture that I'm painting in my head. Not sure that I like it. Is that true? Did you used to pair a denim skirt and Ugg boots out on the town?
It was a Britney face.
Jodie, Oddie, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
You've never been out clubbing with Ugg boots.
No!
It was a thing. Excuse me, producer M. It was a thing, wasn't it?
Not a good thing, but also my only thought is your feet get a little bit sweaty in Ugg boots as is. So imagine after a night out with vodka raspberry spilt down them in your little denim skirt. That's disgusting.
What about Jodes picks up and she goes home and she wouldn't take her Ugg boots off? Why'd you take your Ugg boots off? Oh, I probably shouldn't. My feet are a bit sweaty.
Denim skirts and Ugg boots used to be a thing, but we would do that up the river. Like when you're walking around and you're having a fire at night or whatever. You wouldn't go out in that.
Why are you going to pick up doing that?
Because we didn't pick up. We were there with our families.
Or at a house party, I think that's acceptable.
House party.
Yes, but not at Marble Bar.
Yeah.
No wonder you didn't go home with anyone.
Gosh.
Okay. Who told you this, by the way?
It doesn't matter. Okay, it does
Who was
not
the
matter.
Marble Bar snitch that told you it?
I had some connections at Marble Bar. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, my very goodness.
Oh, 13, 24, 10. The fashion do's and fashion do nots.
Comfy walking home, though. Like, I'm looking at all the girls in heels going, suckers.
I bet it was. What can you wear? What can you definitely not wear? Good morning to you, Lee.
Hey, good morning, Hazy. Good morning, Jodie.
Good morning. Hit us.
Balloon skirt.
Oh, my God.
What's a
Do you
balloon
remember
skirt?
them?
What a balloon skirt?
Do you remember them?
No.
Oh, I'm trying to think. They were when I was a kid, so a little while
Late
ago.
80s,
Yeah.
I reckon they came out.
Yeah.
And they just literally balloon, oftentimes worn over leggings.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm not a fan.
and also Lee paired with a cummerbund belt. Remember that?
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Oh,
So it was either a balloon skirt or a rah-rah skirt.
oh yes, I remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah, not cool. Not
Can
cool.
I tell you something horrifying, Lee? I was in H&M the other day and I saw balloon skirts. So I feel like they're trying to make a resurgence.
I was just about
Oh
to
my
say,
goodness.
Jodes, they're back. Witchery, I saw one as well the other day.
Witchery?
Yeah, they've just done a massive rebrand and they've brought the balloon skirts back.
Oh, gorgeous.
Also, sometimes known as a bubble skirt too.
Oh, okay.
For you, Hazel.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Dear Lord.
Yes. Thank you, Lee. You just summed that up for all of
Oh,
us.
thank you for the lesson there, Lee. That's good.
God. Okay, let's go to Cassie.
Hello, good morning, guys. How are you?
Would you have Ugg boot thoughts, I believe?
I do. So, like, normal Ugg boots, I would not wear out in public.
Okay.
But platform Ugg boots, have you seen them? They're like platform, but it's almost like a slipper. Very fashionable. I like them.
Are you being tongue-in-cheek right now, Cassie, or are you being serious?
No, I'm serious. I think, obviously, not like to a restaurant, but if you're going out for coffee,
Yeah.
like with a baggy flared jean and a platform Ugg, it's pretty cool.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
So,
Yeah.
I just Googled them.
Ugg boots are growing legs. Like, this is...
They are.
So what's next,
Yeah.
Cassie? Can you get Ugg boots like Ugg boot stilettos?
Well, probably. I'm sure, maybe.
Oh, I've just seen a...
But-
oh dear. This is
Yeah.
horrifying. So, Hazy, I've just Googled it, and there's an Ugg boot shaped like a Birkenstock, those closed-in ones that you've got, the really hideous ones. Don't ding it.
I mean...
Don't ding it.
I'm in.
Thank you so much,
There you
Cassie.
go, Cassie. That's good.
That's okay. All good.
Platform Ugg boots.
Natasha, finish this off for us. Your fashion mistake.
So I can tell if you're over or under 30 by this little fashion thing. So if you are wearing the sockets, the little ankle socks that your ankles are on show and it looks like you're not wearing socks,
Yep.
it means you're over 30.
Correct.
But the new trend is to wear the big socks with the long ones. But you're even cooler if you wear them over the top of leggings. You got to tuck
Yes.
your leggings in the socks.
Natasha, I have to admit, I've seen this and I want to try it, but I don't know if that ship sailed for me.
No, you can still do it.
You reckon?
You'll be like, yep, you'll be like a fun little Pilates mum. Like, yeah, people, you can still do it.
Okay.
Right. So,
100%.
okay, so Natasha, so what Jodes is going to do is she's going to wear the big, long, sort of frilly socks.
Yep.
Not frilly.
Well, the ones that are really
Who said
high.
frilly?
Oh, not really.
I'm not for going to
Mate, I'm
primary
getting
school.
mine from the men's section.
Oh,
I'm not
do
getting
you?
frilly.
Yeah, right.
She's going to wear it with Ugg boots, though, as well.
No,
Is that okay?
shut up. Natasha, I saw an article on this the other day. You can tell how old you are by the socks you wear. So I'm going to try and pull it off the next time I go to Pilates, and I'll post a photo for you, okay?
Yes, 100%. Please do.
All right. And I guess you are sporting the long socks, aren't you?
Oh, 100%. My partner makes fun of me because I tuck my leggings in, but he just doesn't understand. He doesn't get it.
I think it looks
He
cool.
doesn't get it.
I'm going to have a crack at it.
What, a man that doesn't get fashion? What? There's such a thing?
Oh,
Oh,
God,
you're talking one right
This is
now.
the man who wears the same shirt day in, day out, paired with the same shorts, and then off you go to press
I
conferences.
turn it inside out when it gets smelly.
Okay.
Doesn't that count for something?
Okay, well, who's the,
Get in, Natasha.
who's the
Oh,
idiot
God.
here?
Still me, definitely. Jodes, you said you've gone viral. Good or bad? Because you can get famous really quickly, but no one likes you. Speak to Jacob Matheson. He's had quite the week. If you know what I mean.
He, of course, had a bit of feedback on X for our boy Isaac Rankin that wasn't too kind, and things have gone very pear-shaped.
100%.
This is for the most beautiful reason. So I got given a job for 10 News First the other day, and they said, please go and do a story on Cycling Without Age, which is like the most incredible organisation. So basically, you have chaperones who have their high-vis vests, and they drive around residents from basically aged care facilities. So it gets them out of the residential homes and down by the Torrens, and they put them in. They're like bikes, but with sort of trikes on the front, so they can sit there with their little rugs, and they basically just go for a cruise around the Torrens and enjoy, and people go past and wave.
Yeah, that's
and
nice.
It's a really beautiful story. I did not know at this point that the interview that I did with two of the residents, Connie and Billy, was about to go viral to, I kid you not, 7.9 million people around the world.
Jeez, success.
I knew it was great because I was in tears of laughter when I did this interview, because the two of them have been friends since they became residents of the home. But oh my God, they're cheeky and they're a little bit potty-mouthed as well. So when I got them together, Connie and Billy, and had a bit of a chat about the fact that they're about to go for a cycle, this is what they had to say. Should I tell her what you called her when she was on the bike?
No. What did I call you on the bike, Dales?
Oh, I couldn't repeat it.
Oh.
I could repeat it. I think you called her a tart.
Oh, fart. A fart. Oh,
did you call her an old fart?
I really meant tart.
You what?
I really meant tart.
Oh, really?
Not fart. No, I wouldn't use such words. I've been so rude.
You'll have me saying it soon.
Oh, don't you say it, Dales.
Good on you, ladies. Use the word Dales too.
Just the word Dales. And they were the best of friends. And I said to her just after that, we can't play it because she uses a swear word. But I said to her, you two are known as Double Trouble because that's their nickname around the home. I said, they shouldn't let Double Trouble out in the street, should they? And she said, who's Double Trouble? And I said, you are, Dales. And she goes, oh. Use the SH word. And it was just the funniest thing I've ever done. And anyway, we just 10 years first just whacked it on their Instagram page and it's had nearly 8 million views.
So any notable views?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Because I nearly fell off my chair when the social media guy Alex from 10 News First sent me a text and said, have a look at this. And it was a screenshot liked by none other than Khloe Kardashian.
Khloe? Who saw that coming?
And that was
outrageous.
That was exciting enough. But guess who the next person was with the blue tick against their name that was quite famous? Nick Nat.
Oh.
Nick Nat Nui.
Okay, there is no way in the world that you could predict that you were going to say Nick Nat after Khloe Kardashian.
I know.
No way.
No. But the two of them liked it after each other. How good.
That's good.
So if you haven't seen it, please check it out. It's the most beautiful thing. And most of the comments underneath are just so gorgeous. And you know the internet can be a cesspool of hate, which is why I avoid it like the plague. But on this occasion, all the comments are so beautiful and just people getting around the two of them. And it was lovely. And most of it was people tagging other people going, that's going to be you and me when we're older, dolls.
That's the best bit.